jump training for day one of the first phase will be performed as follows. For the squat jump with a stick, from a normal standing position, I'm going to descend rapidly into a full squat and jump up as high as I possibly can, and landing in a good athletic position, knees driven out hard, chest and eyes up, and I'm going to hold that position for a 2-second count before I perform the next rep. So here's a couple reps of the squat jump with the stick. After I do the required reps for that, I'm going to rest 15 to 20 seconds. Then I'm going to move on to a core movement. So for the first phase, it's going to be a front plank. I'm going to lay in a prone position on the floor, so face down. And I'm going to bridge my body up so that only my elbows and my toes are on the floor. Keeping my body in a straight line, core tight. It's important that I do not let my hips sag, putting a bunch of strain on my low back, keep my core tight, body in a straight line, and keeping myself in a good plank position. After I do that, for the required 20 to 30 seconds, whatever it says on day one on your sheet, I'll rest another 15 to 20 seconds, and I'll perform a kneeling hip flexor stretch, just like you did in the warm-up. Go 15 or 20 seconds each side, getting a good stretch, driving the hips forward. Obviously, do both sides. When I get done with the stretch, I'm going to rest an additional 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go back through. So the squat jump with the stick, the front plank, and the kneeling hip flexor stretch. I'm going to perform that for as many times through the circuit as it says on my sheet. Back squat. To perform a back squat, I'm going to duck underneath the bar, setting the bar on my traps, unrack the bar, take 2 steps back. I'm going to take a big breath in, core tight, chest and eyes straight ahead, descend down, driving my knees apart. As I descend into the bottom of the squat, my feet should stay flat. The weight should stay on the midfoot to slightly back towards your heel. Again, keeping that chest up and eyes looking straight ahead. Once I reach a parallel position, so my femur is parallel with the floor, I'm going to stop and I'm going to come back up as quickly as I can. To perform a chin-up, I'm going to grasp the bar so that my palms are facing back in towards my chin, hence the name chin-up. And I'm going to, from a dead hang position, pull myself all the way up until my chin is above the bar, and then all the way back down. A couple of variations on this that we'll be doing throughout the summer are going to be a neutral grip pull-up. So just like the dumbbell bench, instead of a chin-up grip, my hands are going to be in a neutral position, palms facing in towards each other. The second variation is the most difficult one. It's going to be a pull-up. So again, instead of like this or like this, my palms are going to be facing away from my body, and I'm also going to take just a little bit wider grip on the pull-up bar. So demonstrate all 3 of those variations real quick. The chin up, palms facing in. All the way up, all the way down, neutral grip, palms facing towards each other, all the way up, all the way down, pull up, palms facing away, a little wider grip, all the way up, all the way down. Easy work! Dumbbell reverse lunge. I'm going to take 2 dumbbells, 1 in each hand, just hanging at my sides from a standing position. I'm going to take a step back, drop down, back knee stays off the ground, chest up, core tight, eyes looking straight ahead, stand up, drive the knee up to finish. I'll alternate sides. Same thing from a side view. Plate shoulder complex. I'm going to take two 2.5 pound plates. This is a 3-part movement. I'm going to go 8 to 12 reps each movement, and that's one set. The first movement is an empty can raise, so I'm going to take the plates, thumbs pointed down to the floor, coming out at a 45-degree angle until the plates get up to shoulder height. Back down, slow and controlled. The second movement is a Cuban press. Plates in front in the same position. I'm going to roll them up, elbows at 90, arms parallel to the floor. Rotate, retrace. Slow and controlled. You control the weight. The weight never controls you. The third and last movement is a plate full raise. I'm going to take the plates behind, thumbs together, out to the side, pause, flip my hands, thumbs pointing up, overhead, retrace. Again, slow and controlled. A couple of notes on the plate shoulder complex. One, I do not ever, under any circumstances, wanting you using more than 2.5 pound plates. The muscles of the rotator cuff are very small, and it doesn't take a lot of weight in order to get them strong. The second thing, each movement is to be done slow and controlled with 100% proper technique. In the plate shoulder complex and other rotator cuff exercises that I'll have you do throughout the summer, it's much more important that you do proper technique, slow and controlled, control the tempo, than the amount of weight that you have in your hands. Iso glute bridge. To perform this movement, I'm going to lay on my back on the floor, pull my heels into my butt, bridge my hips up, driving through my heels, squeezing my glutes, body stays in a straight line from my shoulders through my knees. I'm just going to hold this position for however long it says on the sheet.